He's John Daly, two-time winner of a major, and including the PGA Championship. And he joins us now. John, where are you right now?
I'm actually in Louisville. Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Good, bud. Are you in the RV?
I am in the RV.
What's it look like? What would I be surprised at when I walk into the RV?
How clean it is.
Well, it's early for you, so maybe by Sunday it might not be as clean.
No, I just that's what I am. I'm a neat freak. I can't stand a mess.
Have you seen Tiger?
I have not seen Tiger at all.
You expect him to play?
You know, it's hard to say because Tiger, he's always usually at the Champions dinners and stuff like that. He wasn't there last night, so I honestly, my personal opinion, I don't think he will play.
Well, he's got a little bit of time, but I thought that given the fact that he's taken this long to announce if he's going to play or not, I thought he would. But he's got a little bit of time. But at the Champions dinner, does it get rowdy, raucous, fun?
No, it's not really rowdy unless you're at my table. We always have a good time. Me and Podrick was at our table. Podrick Harrington and his lovely wife Caroline. Last night we had fun. We were laughing and giggling and had a good time. But no, it's not too rowdy, but it's not. I mean, it's not boring. Let's put it that way. It was actually a pretty good night.
What did you save from 1991, memorabilia wise?
Pretty much everything I got. I mean, a lot of my stuff. I think. Well, I say because I put my PGA irons in the University of Arkansas, which were ping irons at that time, and my British Open stuff is at the Wicked Stick Golf Course in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
What about your clothes?
About my what?
Your clothes.
I think the green jacket's also at Wicked Stick in Myrtle Beach.
Did you keep your scorecard?
Yes, I think there's a copy of a scorecard frame somewhere in my house. I'd have to look, but yeah, I keep a lot of that stuff. It's it's something that's kind of cool to keep.
Could you have done it any differently with where you are now? How this started?
I don't know if I could really answer that. I mean, it's hard to say what I've done it differently because I made so many great choices and so many just stupid choices. But I think the thing that I'd like to change is I didn't realize in the 90s how good I had it. I could have worked a lot harder on my game like I am now. I think if I'd have put a little more effort in the 90s, I think I would have been a better golfer, no doubt.
You think you had too much talent for your own good?
A lot of people said the natural talent has kind of ruined me. It kept me from working hard on my golf game, and I would definitely agree with that, yeah.
Because I just told the Danettes that talent-wise, when you first started, that I would, and it may sound blasphemous to people, I would put you there with Tiger Woods. Your short game was unbelievable. People talk about how far you hit it. You hit it where Tiger did, but your short game was great. Your hands are great. And would you ever consider put yourself talent-wise in there with Tiger Woods, 20 years ago?
Yeah. I would. The thing about Tiger that separated him and me is he was more self-disciplined than I was, for one, mentally tougher. But the main thing is that Tiger was the greatest putter of all time in that 10-year gap when he won all his majors. I mean, that's Jack Nicklaus, crucial putting. That's Tom Watson winning majors the way he won them. And it all boils down to putting. And for that 10 years, there was not a greater putter on the planet than Tiger Woods. And that's something that I've never been. I've always been a streaky putter.
He never missed anything from inside 6 feet. Never.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss, even in a good year, when I think in '04, I was the number one putter on the tour, I think I still missed a ton of 6-footers. That's just incredible.
Well, you could stake your life on Tiger's putter during that 10-year run and just say, look, you know what? Put a gun to my head. He's not missing that punt.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're talking to John Daly, two-time major winner, joining us from Louisville. Reasonable chances here, John. What would be a good week for you at the PGA Championship?
Just good playing, good solid playing, and trying to get in contention. I mean, That's the thing. Like I said, this week, if they play some of the back tees they've added since they've had the championship here, it's a little longer. If they use the tees, 17th, the tee box is added about 50, 60 yards. That honestly, if it's against the wind, there's a lot of guys that won't get to the fairway.
Oh, wow.
So a really good week for me would be somewhat in contention, and a chance, every week, if you have a chance to win. I know I haven't been there in forever, but I still keep hoping that. I've been working hard on my game, and I feel like I'm hitting it okay, but it all comes down to my putting.
I saw where you were quoted as saying you'd like to help Dustin Johnson, obviously going through whatever substance abuse it is, being suspended from the tour. What would you tell Dustin Johnson?
Yeah, I don't know. It would be something that I don't know what it is with Dustin. All I did is I reached out. I don't know if it's substance. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I just like the guy. He's always been really cool to me. Phenomenal talent. And I think the distance that he hits it, maybe I'm seeing a lot of Dustin in me. And like I just told you, I wasted mine in the 90s. And I don't want to see this guy wasted. I think there's majors in this guy's resume in the future. I think he's a great guy. I think, whatever it is, whatever it is. I just, like I said, I reached out. I won't text him anymore or try and call him anymore. I'll let him come to me if he needs help. That's all. That's all it was. I just care about the guys. His brother's cool, and I just like him. He's just a good guy.
Do you think people are more interested in off the course or on the course with you? When the topic comes up, what do you think is the first thing people say or are curious about with you?
I've heard, and I've had friends tell me they're just waiting for you to explode on the golf course, or they're waiting for you to get in contention and win. So it goes both ways. And, I think I can answer on the course and off the course with that question because, I'm pretty much structured in my life now with my custody of my son. My days are structured, it's practice golf, homeschool him. It's more of just an everyday thing now. But, on the golf course, yeah, like I said, I think it's both.
Well, I saw where, I don't know if you admitted it was you lost $100 million gambling. Is that an accurate account, or do you even know what the accurate number is?
Yeah. It ends up being a loss of about 50, close to $56, $57 million, because on those losses of that $100 million, I won a lot too. Probably won 46 to 47 million. 37, maybe 37, 38 million, something like that, whatever. It's just, when I did the book with Glenn Wagner, we averaged it out, and it was around 56 to 57 million in that span. I lost. So it'd be 43 I would have won.
But what was it about gambling? You strike me as you need that juice. You need something going on constantly here. But why gambling? Why slot machines?
Well, back then it was blackjack and all that. It's the adrenaline. Just the adrenaline of playing. That's all it was. I needed that adrenaline.
But you weren't getting that from golf?
No, not only when I was in contention. That was the problem.
Did you ever bet during a round with other golfers?
No, I never did that.
Because that used to be old school. These guys would bet during the week a lot of money. The great players would. But you never did that with anybody.
No, I never did. I mean, I to be honest with you, I've never even heard the great players doing it. But if they did, the money was so small back when they were playing, I could see why they would do it. But I've never heard of any of the pros ever doing that.
What's your single biggest win gambling?
It's probably Bally's. It was it was big. I was up like $2.6 million at one time, I think.
Do you throw money on the bed? What's that night like if you bring home $2.5 million?
Well, that night I went around Vegas paying off the other markers. I think I brought home maybe 400, 500 grand after that trip.
Did you have cab fare to get home from that, John?
Exactly.
Has the definitive book been written on you? Like where you'd say, you know what, that captured me, or You still got chapters to write, but what do you think?
I think there's a better ending, to be honest with you. I think the people got to know John Daly at the beginning and what I was going through, and a lot of negative stuff was in that book, but I got it out, and I think the next book may be a little bit more boring. It may be a read of a guy that's been through hell and back, and found structure in his life, and raised a son that loves very dearly, as I do my daughters. I just think it'll be a little bit more boring, but it'll have a very positive ending to it.
We're a product of our environment. Had your environment been different growing up, would that have changed you?
No doubt. I believe there's no doubt it would have.
But that, with your dad and that relationship or lack thereof, change you?
I think we are, growing up, we tend to follow what our dads do and our moms do, and it's a sad thing in the gene pool. It's a sad thing. It's like, you hear of the genes of people, a family that has cancer when they're 50s. Well, it scares that gene pool that's, they usually have cancer in their 50s. And I think it's the same thing for growing up with a father that's an alcoholic. He used to beat me and my brother, for no reason. Now, a lot of times we needed it. But, and that's when Mom whooped us. But didn't ever understand why just get hit for no reason and beaten up for no reason and a drunken stupor that my dad's been in. I mean, I think I've been through hell. I mean, just, in 2001, right before my mom died, my dad pulled a gun on me. And, luckily my brother was there to save him from shooting me, but he was drunk, and that's a nightmare that I never forget. And I'm, what is that? I'm Jimmy Christmas, like 35, 36 years old back in 01, or whatever it is. And I'm still, I'm an adult. I mean, I'm a grown man. Why would my dad be still wanting to pull a gun on me like that? And I think in the realm of life, we are all still kids, especially around our parents. But it just still to this day doesn't make sense why he did that. And I got to live with that. And we all live with our mistakes, and we all live what's going on in life. But to answer that question, I think I am a predecessor of my father. But I've never hit my kids. I've never threatened their lives. I've, never done that. I think if we put our minds to it, we can learn the mistakes that our parents did for us, and we can learn from the great things they did for us.
More importantly, have fun this weekend, John. We look forward to watching you, and I'm sure you won't disappoint when it comes to your outfits there.
Thanks, Dan. Good talking to you, buddy.
Right. That's John Daly, PGA golfer, won the PGA Championship 1991.